Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about another example that I'm actually running into a little bit of issue with. It is the flat administration. So let's look at this code, and here's our source. Let me make sure you can see it. You know what? I'm going to do it here. Okay, so we have a blueprint, and this is another example. The new, you pass it a string name, and it returns a component and a bucket. And it has several methods within that component, and they have a destroy admin badge. Admin badge is basically an authorization to do certain things like mint additional authorization. It's an authorization management, if you will. Here's where you can create, destroy, and get. Now, self you don't have to pass. But here's where I was running into issues. I'm still trying to find an answer because I've not seen an example of this being able to call it with this. You can't just call create additional admin. And I'm going to, you can call get admin address because you notice it's not requiring authorization. It's just not clear to me in resin how you would pass it. The authorization. If you look, let's see what I got here. In the test, so what it does when it's creating a transaction is it creates a. So this is when it's creating the actual item. Create additional admins where I'm having the issue. So you get the admin badge, and this format is a little confusing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to, how I'm supposed to pass this in resin. So it looks like they're formatting this into a vector. And I have not figured out the exact way to call that in resin. It could be, maybe if you put a breakpoint here and see exactly what, do some research on what that can format do in Rust. But like I said, I have not been able to give it the right incantations in resin, but we can look at some of the other things. So let's do resin. What is that command? I always forget my basic commands here because I've only done this once or twice. Let's go back here and this will. Let's see. Go back to the first project tutorial because that tells you how to. There we go. So this is resin publish, and then dot, and it gives you the package. It puts it on the chain. So create a new thing to keep it clean. And then the next thing I did was the resume run, whoop, it's not gonna like that. Publish it again. All right. Let me go back. It is resume call function. So you're calling the new call function. Then you need this package ID, right? And in this case, you have to give it pass a name because we're naming. So test token. What did I do? Package name. Blueprint name is, what is it again? Go back. I'm the wrong thing. I'm in AR. Okay. Let's go back here. Core. And, all right. So it is called flat admin. And oh, I left out new. There's no test token. As you can see, it then created 3 things. Let's look at the code. It returns an admin badge. Admin mint badge and an admin badge def. So it returns these 2 things. Let's take another. So admin, that's a vault, and the admin badge is a resource. So we have a vault and a resource. So this would be our vault, and this would be our resource right here. And of course the component. So let's capture that. Always want to capture it so you can. And then the next thing I am going to do is, if you look at the methods, this is the one that it's a little confusing. One thing I want to point out is this here is like a lambda. So it's like when you see this in Java, which is like an unnamed function. That's your lambda. So this is saying call self-admin badge mint. Notice it needs auth. And what it needs from auth is the admin badge. And this is where I'm running into an issue. But what I can do show you in terms of running a 2 things, I can show you here the get badge admin address. So that would be resume run method, and we need our component, which is essentially an instance of our blueprint. And then we need our get admin badge address. I'm just going to type it in. Now notice it yourself, so you don't have to pass anything. And method. Call method. And there you go. It returns this 34 right here, which is what was, we said this was the actual badge, and this is the vault. Now, where I'm getting messed up, and what I haven't tried to do, is instead of calling this, if you call the create additional admin, it says self. It looks like you don't need to pass it. But if you run it this way, let's see, create additional admin. So it's saying, well, that's interesting. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Okay. So it doesn't like it. It's saying missing argument. So I tried putting in here this, and I mean, that looks like an argument to me. And it's saying it failed to parse it. So when you look at the test, and let me just see something. Okay, so let me just show you something. See, it's going to run the test, and running one test, create additional admin, so it works. And if you look at again, I think here is, this is the format it needs it to be in. So this is what I'm going to have to look at, because it did not, let me try one last thing, because it looks like, maybe this is what we want here. 1 comma. I'm going to look at the test. I think I'm closing in on it, but so let's bring this up, and hopefully you're seeing this. Okay, so you see what it says, vec format 1 comma, and I have, this is, this, I don't know if I need these, so it's getting rid of them. And when you look at that, it looks like, what I'm thinking is this wants admin badge, which is this 34, because we ran get admin badge. So this is this. And it looks like it's passing it into this kind of a structure here. Where I did 1 comma and it interprets it as 1 comma, and then the stuff in there, but it does not seem to like it. So what it's saying is, it's even telling you right here, that it has it in this format, which looks like it's correct. Or maybe it's just, maybe I don't need these. Yeah, because that's right. That's a marker to say put something here. There we go. There we go. So you just, by looking at the code, I was able to finally sort it out. So what do we got here? First of all, I'm going to save this. I actually did post to their Discord just because I was getting frustrated. And really, so if you get stuck like this, and this is how we just solved it right here on the video, what you have to, let me just copy this over so I don't lose it. All right. All right. What I'm saying is, if you get stuck with syntax like this, and this is how we just solved it, if you look at the test and they're calling it, you can see that this is what it wanted. That it wanted 1 comma, and then this, of course, I forgot that in in Rust, this means put in this thing. So this is like the %S, or that you might see in C or something like that, saying fill in the blank with this. And so by doing it that way, I was able to create another, let's see what we got back here. So we called it create additional admin, and this is my authorization, my badge number. We called the method, and this is the account. This is the account I'm using. And that's interesting that it returned. So let's go back. I want to go back and look again at that method before we wrap it up here. So let's go back here and look at this. So create additional admin, and it's returned, it looks like it's returning a bucket. This is the argument. Borrow from context. Okay, so it's saying I'm using this authorization. I'm using this address to get my coin to pay for it. And bid. That's interesting. It did not print out. Let me try some something else here. So it only returned the first one. So I'm wondering, how do you even know what that provides to me? I'll have to use some of the, one thing I want to point out with resin, let's see, let's see if it, I think somewhere here, it'll show you all the resin accounts. Getting started. And here we go. It looks like it handles some of these right in the CLI. But anyway, hopefully this has been helpful to you. We looked at a more sophisticated example. I was a little flummoxed by this argument that's not presented as an argument, but once you understand that, then it's going to make everything else easier as we go on. So again, thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.